welcome back to my channel. I'm aware it's been a couple of weeks since my last video. I've been quite busy and I just haven't had time, I'm afraid, to fit it in because I have been quite busy. By that I mean between my obsessions, or aka special interests, call them what you will, I haven't had time in my homebound existence to do a video because because I've been obsessing about so many other things. But I do have time today, just about. I wanted to do a video similar to last time where I did a video of my A to Z of favourite things. It kind of makes sense to do a video on my A to Z of things that I don't like. So that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, so let's get on with it. So starting with A, we have anxiety. I am a very anxious person. Anxiety is kind of my natural state. I've always, by that I mean, it's just the way I am. It's not even an emotion as such for me because it's just who I am. You could describe me as just anxious. It's just the background, if you like, to my daily existence. So I've just had to learn, I've just adapted. It doesn't get me down. It's just the way I am. That said, it is bloody tiring. And I do wish I didn't have the burden of anxiety constantly wrapped around me like a heavy cloak. It would be nice to know what it's like to live a more carefree existence, but that's just not how I'm wired. So I've just had to accept that I'm an anxious person. I'm always going to be anxious. This is a demon I'm always going to have to battle with because it's just what I have to deal with in life. But like I said, it doesn't get me down because I was born that way, you know? I don't know any different, really. So you adapt, don't you, to what you've been born with. But, yeah, anxiety could just go and do one. It is annoying. Not, you know, it is. The other one on A is anger. I don't like anger. It's a very strong emotion. It's very negative. I don't like anger in myself and I don't like anger in other people. It's quite a frightening emotion, actually. I don't get angry that often, but more often than not I'm just frustrated by things and vaguely pissed off, actually. Most of the time I'm pissed off because life is shit. You just have to get on with it, you know. But yeah, anger is more intense than just being frustrated or pissed off. That's something that's a bit more, that's where you like really want to throw something, like that feeling that comes over you of absolute, not just pissed offness, but really pissed off. And it can be like to the point of not being able to control yourself, because it kind of takes over you, or it does me anyway. Like I said, it doesn't happen too often, but normally anger is caused by external events I don't have much control over. Noise, things like that, things that are unpredictable can trigger it at times. But like I said, anxiety is a normal background feeling to my life, so it only boils up into anger when it's something that is totally outside of my control. And yeah, I'm not an angry person as such. I'm more just like a pissed off or frustrated type of person because life is difficult and it gives a lot, and there's a lot in the world that makes me pissed off. But anger, like I said, is more intense, and I don't like anger. I don't like it myself, and I don't like it in other people. So that's why it's on my A to Z of things I don't like. Okay. Oh yeah, the other A, by the way, is ageing as well. I don't like ageing. I don't want to get old, but that's, again, you have to accept it because everything heads south and there's nothing we can do about that. So that's just one of the things in life that you have to accept because there's no cure for ageing. So again, you just have to accept that we're going to get old, and yeah, but that doesn't mean I like it. B will be brushing hair. I hate brushing hair. It's horrible. And here I am with my really long hair, and I haven't had it cut for years. Some of that has to do with COVID, and I don't know when I'm going to let someone come near my hair again. Sometimes I just can't be asked to get my hair cut. It costs a lot of money. I save a lot of money not getting it cut. I don't like having my hair cut, but obviously the problem with having long hair is that there's more of it to brush, and I don't like brushing my hair. It's a horrible chore in the morning. My hair isn't too difficult to brush. I'm lucky in that respect. It's not my hair's quite easy to brush. It doesn't get like that tangled or anything, but I don't like brushing it. It's a pain in the backside. One of my earliest memories, in fact, is of my grandmother brushing my hair, and she was quite aggressive with the brush. And I remember sitting on the bed when I was about like 4 or 5 in her house, and she was like brushing my hair, but she did it in quite an aggressive way, like really trying to get all the knots out. Oh god, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. Right, so brushing hair. I don't like barking dogs. Barking dogs is one of those noises that really does my head in. It's horrible. That's one of those noises that actually, if it goes on too long, I would want to throw a brick, and it would make me incredibly angry. Thankfully, there aren't any barking dogs around near where I live, at least not that disturb me. But, yeah, barking dogs. I hate barking dogs. Yeah, it's a horrible noise. I hate it. As well, yes. The other thing I don't like is bins, in the sense that I don't like taking the bins out. I don't like touching bins. Bins, they smell. Again, it's another horrible chore. Many people will probably share that. Who actually likes taking bins out. Some people work with bins, so they must be alright with it. But yeah, I don't like bins. Bonfires. I hate bonfires. They smell disgusting. It must be very bad for the environment, and they smell absolutely rank. I absolutely hate bonfires. They give me headaches. They make me feel really crap. Again, thankfully I aren't in bonfires. At least I haven't been for a long time near where I live. There used to be one or two that really used to annoy me. My dad actually there was one that once actually got out of control and could have caused a fire, so my dad had to go and deal with it. But thankfully there haven't been any since then, so maybe I got the hint. I don't know, or maybe they've just stopped having bonfires. But I hate bonfires. Absolutely hate them. Yeah. They smell disgusting. And that's fact, when I was out on my walk earlier, I bet someone had a bonfire. It's horrible. Yeah, I hate them. I don't even see a need for them, particularly as we're in a climate crisis. It must be really bad for the environment as well. There's better way. There's more environmental, sustainable ways of dealing with compost. Bedtime. I don't like bedtime because I don't like going to bed. Some of that's anxiety related, having to lie there, not knowing when you're going to get to sleep, all these unknowns. Generally I sleep okay, all considering my anxieties, but I don't like bedtime. I just don't like bedtime, no. C is cars. I hate cars. No, I actually hate cars. They're smelly, they're noisy, they're unpredictable, and I don't like cars. And yeah, the other thing I don't like is crossing roads for the same reason, because it's just stressful and it's like something you have to, I don't know, it's just like, and because I'm already anxious, it like adds an extra layer of vigilance. Everyone has to be vigilant when they're out and about, but because I'm already anxious, it's like an extra stress that I have to deal with, and I just hate it. And it would be so nice if we weren't in cars and you didn't have to constantly look at cars all the time. But unfortunately, we don't live in that world. But yes, I hate crossing roads and I hate cars. Chaos. I don't like anything. I don't like chaos. Anything that's chaotic, anything that's out of my control, can't stand. I don't like construction. I don't like construction work. Horrible noise. Hate construction work. I don't like cigarettes. They smell disgusting and they're just vile. And I don't like cigarettes. I hate the smell of cigarette smoke. Disgusting. I would cross the road. Well, I cross the road anyway at the moment because of COVID. But in the past, before, I would cross the road anyway if I saw someone with a cigarette. It's horrible. Disgusting. Coughs because germs, and obviously OCD, and now particularly as well COVID. Hate COVID, just want it to bugger off. Okay, D, daylight saving. I hate daylight saving because it gets really light in the mornings, and I like it when it's nice and dark in the mornings, because it makes you wake up earlier, and even I've got blackout curtains and everything, but you still wake up earlier. I hate daylight saving. I wish it would stay like, the winter time, winter one. I just don't like daylight saving, no. The 3 Ds, death, disease and decay, obviously. Wish they weren't here. Okay, E is emotions. I don't like emotions, they scare me. All emotions scare me, even positive emotions scare me, because they're anything that's kind of intense, because emotions is something that's intense, isn't it? It's like, it's not, I think it's the ancient Greeks who described a state of ataraxia, which is like a state of calm, which is like a sort of state where you don't have like emotions. You're like unruffled, tranquil. I wish I had that state, ataraxia, because that would be my ideal. I just don't like emotions because they're just scary and unpredictable, and I don't know how to deal with them in myself or other people, which is probably why I'm quite an unemotional person as a kind of defence strategy, because I don't like emotions and they scare me when I have them. Okay. F would be fireworks. I absolutely hate fireworks. They scare me, they shock me, they basically send shockwaves through my body. I guess I'm a bit like an animal in that respect. They really shock me, unpredictable. I've always hated them. As a kid, I was absolutely terrified of them. As an adult, not so much terrified, but I just don't like them. Okay, I'm going to move on to video number 2 now, because video doesn't run out on me, so carrying on talking about my A to Z of things I don't like. So moving on to video number 2 now.